Hello, good morning. Welcome to day 44 of this series. We're going from HYROX World Championships to the Leadville 100. Day 44 means that we're 17 days away, 1-7, from running Leadville. We are enjoying a nice, slow, relaxing start to the day today. Today is Wednesday, August 5th, and Wednesdays have typically been our either rest days or in the last couple weeks been another day of volume. But that doesn't mean it has to be hard. It doesn't mean it has to be a slow walk out the door and kind of just like dreading the miles to get in. So it's now 7:02 a.m. I've been up for about 2 hours or so, just kind of getting a really slow start to the morning, having some food, drinking some water, watching some YouTube videos, and easing into the day. So today, this morning in particular, we're going to go get some miles in. Last week we did 5 miles. We might do 7 today. We might do 8. And all going to be super easy. My rest of the day looks like this. So morning run into a bike, then I'll do some work, then I have to drive up to Wyoming for some work in the afternoon into tomorrow morning. So we'll stay up in Wyoming tonight. Up in Wyoming, I'll probably get a little bit more volume in the PM after I check into the hotel and try to accumulate over the course of the day about 2 hours to 2.5 hours of low aerobic conditioning. Some of it running, some of it biking, might do some incline hiking, and taking it easy today, but making sure we're checking the boxes and still getting that aerobic stimulus because this week is peak week. So if I don't decide to do it now, there's no time to make it up later. So staying healthy, but trying to push the fitness a little bit and push the envelope, and not dread doing it, which is a nice change for once. Okay, we're off running. Mile 1 complete, 7:49. It's quite chilly today, so I put on a long sleeve before heading out. Mile 2 complete, 7:27 pace. Heart rate is at 134. Let me show you the view today. This is very unlike Denver. I think in like this area we get like 300 days of sun a year. So running on my daily route and not being able to see the mountains is kind of like foreign territory. I kind of like it. Well, not forever, but like just because it's unique. It's a cool vibe. I'm like running in a cloud today. That's mile 3 complete, 7:25 pace. Feels really good today to not be in the sun. It's like 11 degrees Celsius, so like 52 degrees Fahrenheit. Heart rate is super low. Body feels really good. Being 44 days into this, 17 days away from Leadville, I'm so happy with how my body's responded over incremental changes. Some few weekends where the hammer was swung, but yeah, very impressed with how my body's holding together. Mile 5 complete, 7 minutes flat. I realized I haven't really talked about what I listen to, where my mind goes during runs. So I think this is a good little reminder for me over the next 15 days to do some lessons learned from this experience. Mile 6, 6:46 pace. Heart rate is at 135. Feeling really good. I mean, still just kind of blown away. This past mile, I came to the realization that at the end of this run, so 0.78 miles from now, I'll be at 90 miles, 90 over the course of the past 7 days, which is a PR. That's the first time I've ever done that and just made me feel pretty grateful for my body being capable of doing this, taking the small wins and the big wins when they come, because there's plenty of downs in the course of endurance training. So very appreciative, very thankful. Yeah, feels good. Mile 7 complete. I actually didn't even check how fast it was. Oops. Probably like low 7s, high 6s. And yeah, I'm gonna fuel real quick, grab some liquid for the bike, and go hop on there. And that wraps up my bike for the morning. 40 minutes, average heart rate 118. Yeah, just kind of on the bike today until I got to about 90 minutes. So 51-minute run, 40-minute bike, just kind of leisurely shaking my legs out post bike and run, and then I'll have a shower and get to work. Felt really good. I was 206, 207 average watts, 118 heart rate. That's fantastic. That's good output for me. .06 p.m. heading up to Wyoming. But first, we're gonna stop and get some food. Please disregard the mess of my car. But got a couple bagels, chocolate chip cookie. I love chocolate chip cookies, so I saw one in there and I was like, oh, let me just steal one of those. Not steal, buy. Might have one of those. And we're back. We are in Wyoming, late afternoon, watching some Leadville documentaries on YouTube and getting some incline hiking in. I just started now, so I've got a minute and a half in. I'll do this for about an hour. Okay, we are 28 minutes in, a little over 1,100 feet climbed, total distance 15%, 3.2 miles per hour. I feel like if I'm reduced to this on race day, on like the tough climbs, the back half of the race, and the like little punchy climbs, I'll have a good day. It'd be a good day. So just gonna sit here. Heart rate is 121. Let me flip it around. Heart rate's 122. Just gonna hang out here for a little while. I'm watching some Leadville docs. It's got me all emotional, fired up. Oh, I can't wait to be out there. I want to discover something by myself. I don't know what that is yet, but I'm looking forward to finding out. 43 minutes in, I just wrapped up a documentary on Leadville where the guy who ran it finished in 29 hours, 21 minutes. And now I'm watching David Roche's documentary on Leadville. So two polar ends of the spectrum where one person's chasing a cutoff, and obviously he's pushing the limits in terms of how fast you can do it. And it's just cool to see all the kind of stories you can have and like experiences you get from racing Leadville, ultras in general, but Leadville is what we're talking about here. And it's cool that hopefully, ideally, I fall between those guys, between 15 hours and 29 hours. And my story will overlap theirs in some areas, but it'll be so unique to me that I'm excited to see what happens and live that story. So yeah, I'm getting pumped up. All right, that wraps up 1 hour stats. 3.17 miles, so 5K. 2,400 feet of gain. Feels pretty good. I even wore trail shoes today. Whoa, those are my legs. That's my legs. Uh-oh. There we go. And these are I call them my fancy trail shoes. Look what they can do. They're pretty talented. Yeah, felt really good. I'm kind of craving actually a little bit more stimulus, so I'm in a pretty good spot. Tomorrow I might bump my run up from 8 miles if I feel good in the morning, but no use in pushing too much further than I probably should for one day. So yeah, that'll wrap up my training part of the day, and hopefully get to bed early so I can have a good night's sleep. Sleep's gonna be my number one. Well, I mean, it should always be number one, but especially these next like 14 days, that is my biggest asset, is getting enough sleep, fueling well, hydrating well, so that when I show up to race day, or I can get to race day feeling healthy and feeling ready to go. So that's the plan. Let's go do it. What an entrance. So that's gonna wrap up today. Had a shower, did some work, and gonna go get some food now. So I think after my run today and then having an hour or so just to kind of hike on the incline treadmill and watch some videos of Leadville, I think over the course of the next 15 days or so, I'll talk a little bit more about my why, my training theory, my philosophy, why I think this was a good break for me in terms of a new thing to pursue, and maybe try to shed some light under the hood of what's gone into this, why, like my planning, my progression, all my course recon stuff, like trying to better articulate all those components, and hopefully, I'm going to commit to it. There'll be a couple days probably in the next 15 days where you don't get to see my entire day. It's more of me sitting down, talking to the camera, and explaining things probably a little more succinctly, and maybe I can do some pre-planning so I can write some of this stuff out and express some of my internal thoughts to the camera. I think it's a good exercise for me, and hopefully for whoever's watching might get some benefit from it if they're ever in the same situation, or if they're doing ultra running in general and want to see how I approach it. So that'll be a wrap on day 44. 17 days away from Leadville. We're halfway through peak week now, or right about halfway point. And yeah, get some food, get a good night's sleep. And for the time being, 17 more days. We'll see you all tomorrow.